Perfect. So we only wasted one phone doing that trade. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, 3 hours left. Now, who can we trade away still? It's the older guys. Nick Lidstrom's got to go. Thornton Sting. Blair Betts can go, even though his trade value is not... Yeah, I'll hold on to Blair Betts. I'm looking at the guys who have good trade value still. Brian Allen. He can stay on our team still. Oh, excuse me. He's only 32 years old. Chris Kelly's staying on our team. Moss could stay on our team. McClellan staying. Mitchell staying. Bergforce could be traded. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trading away Bergforce. So I'll just put him to the deal. And I'll put Lidstrom in there as well. There you go. Now, I got to find a playoff team that's low enough, like in 7th or 6th or 8th spot, that I can get a good first overall pick and some prospects. Because we can get a lot here for Lidstrom. All right, so... Actually, the Anaheim Ducks, yeah, hang on a sec. Where are they? Yes, they're in the playoff hunt, and they're in 6th spot. So that's actually a perfect team. So let me add their first overall pick. Okay. Actually, no, let me add these 2 first overall picks. Just to start. They have an Islander, so if I could pick up these 2 for Lidstrom, Lidstrom has that covered. Now, let's see if they have any young guns on this team. Ooh, look at all these. They have 4 guys under the age of 20. All right, let me check these guys out. Hang on a sec. 21, Cam Fowler. He's way too much trade value. Palmieri, no, we know what he's about. That's pretty much it. Okay, so these 4 guys at the top. Let's see what they're all about. Rupert. He's a center. Center playmaker, 18 years old. A for the offensive category. All right, so he's automatically a good playmaker just because I'm not just thinking about players that could play on our team. I'm thinking about trade assets in the future as well. All right, so Rupert could fit in there. Raquel, right winger. Let's see what this guy's all about. Right wing playmaker. BB, same thing. All right, Raquel can go in there. Absolutely. Oh, man, Anaheim has some nice players down here. Fensky. Let's see how good this Fensky guy is. Defensive defenseman. BB, another good guy. What about this Franco guy? Let me see. Left wing playmaker. Ooh, but he has a B- for offense. He's a good defensive category, but as a playmaker, offensive category has to be the strongest. So I'll say no to Franco and yes to Fensky. And that'll go through. They say it'll go through right there. So 2 firsts and 3 prospects for Bergforce and Lidstrom. Now, I don't think this will go through. I could try it because we've saved some phones with that first trade. It went through very quickly. Let me just see if there's anyone else I could add back to this trade. Hang on a sec. Oh, wait, I don't think I could add. Let me just add this Johnson guy. No, I can't add any more players back. It's too many players under contract. All right, so let me just add some draft picks in here just to sweeten the deal. All right, 2 7ths and a 6th. Now, if this doesn't go through, I'm going to take one of the draft picks out, and I'll try the 4 or the 3 prospects again. All right? Because the trade values of the first-round picks are actually not as high as these. So if this goes through, this is a damn steal. I don't think it'll go through, but let's see. Will it go through? No. We are not interested in giving up the services of Ryan Rupert. So it wasn't even, they're not even pissed off about that. So that's actually pretty close to going through. All right, so that's actually not bad. All right, Anaheim's coming back at me. What do they want? Brian Lee and Tokarski for a first. George Peros and Rod Pelly. Let's see this. Rod Pelly, grinder, 28 years old. He's not a bad grinder. It really is just the first overall pick for Brian Lee and Tokarski. Brian Lee is an 81 overall two-way defenseman. He's lost. Oof, damn, that's actually a pretty good trade. And Tokarski, I know he's a B-, B-, B- goalie, but for a first overall pick, I like that. Yeah, there's our timer. I like that. I do. Yeah, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this right now because it's a first overall pick. Yeah, I don't mind giving up Lee and Tokarski. Yep, I'm going to do it. Even though it'll waste the phone, I'm going to do it. Absolutely. Boom. Yep, on behalf of the Anaheim Ducks, I thank you for your timely and favorable response. No problem there, Anaheim. Thank you for the first overall pick. AHL, best lines. All right, 2 hours remaining. All right, so there's another good trade. Coming in from the Minnesota Wild now. Ooh, they want two first-round picks for their first round in next year. No, I'm going to say no to that. I don't need to waste any two second-round picks for a first. No, I don't need to do that. Especially Minnesota. Look, yeah, Minnesota is first in the West. I don't need to do that. All right, so let's go back to Anaheim now. And let's try to take that first from the island. Yeah, let's try to take the first from the island, and let's try to add all these guys up again. Rupert, Fensky, Raquel. I'm not going to add Franco because I didn't like his offensive potential, and his trade value is somewhat good. So he's only making the trade not go through. So I don't want that to go. I don't want that to stop it, basically, prevent it. So defenseman, Lidstrom. All right, then Bergforce. Very nice. Actually, now that we gave up that other first, we can add in. Wait. Let me think here. No. I don't need to do that because it'll definitely go through. It almost went through last time, so I'm gonna add in the second for this year as well for Anaheim. All right, because it almost went through with the 2 firsts last time, and this time I'm gonna give up. I'm going to give up my third for this year, boys, all right, because we're getting a first and a second back. All right, so we'll add the third in there. Go down here to these years. I've already given up. I've given it up for that year. I'm going to give up the third in the year down here as well. All right, 2 thirds and a fifth. Yeah, a fifth. All right, so Nicholas Lidstrom, Bergforce, 2 thirds and a fifth. For a first and a second and 3 prospects. Okay? It almost went through last time with Lidstrom, Bergforce, 2 sevenths, and a 6th. And there was a first-round draft pick instead of the second. So I really think this will go through. Will it go through? Yes, it did. Oh, man, that was a good trade. Woo-hoo-hoo! We just robbed Anaheim. All right? I mean, Anaheim's getting a good player back in Lidstrom and Bergforce. Man, that was a great sign just for the trade asset. There you go. I think we're done now. I think we're done. Best lines, yep. 1 hour remaining, so we only have 1 phone left anyways. Answer, and it's coming from the Toronto Maple Leafs. David Perron for 2 first-round picks. Ooh, that's actually not a bad offer from the Toronto Maple Leafs. But you know what? I'm going to say no to that. We already stacked up on some good draft picks. Toronto Maple Leafs are actually a playoff team this year, and David Perron is part of our future. So I want to hold on to that. It's a good trade offer from the Toronto Maple Leafs. I don't know what it is about Brian Burke giving up 2 first-round picks for wingers, man. He just loves doing it. But I'm not going to do that. It's a good trade, but we already have enough, and David Perron is part of our future. So I'm not going to do it, all right? Not going to do it. Now, is there anyone else on our team that we can trade away? I mean, there's players that we can trade away, but anyone else with good trade value that we can trade away? Betts, Kelly, no. Allen, I'd rather hold on to Allen till next year. LeCavalier, Moss, McClement, Pelly. And no, everyone else is young. So everyone else, we're going to keep Bernier, Lindbeck, Subban. We're going to keep Garon just because his trade value is nothing special. We won't get anything back from him anyways. Yep, we're done the trade deadline, boys. So there you go. We acquired 3. Let me just show you. We acquired 3 first-round draft picks. All right, look at this. 1, 2, 3, and we have ours. So now, for this year, we have 4 first-round draft picks. So we can move up a lot in this year's draft. Woo-hoo-hoo! I'm glad we were sellers, boys. I'm glad we were sellers. And hell, we can still make the playoffs. It's possible. We still have some team. We dropped some players like Doan, Solani, and Lidstrom. Not saying it's going to be any easier now, but the possibility is still there. We still have a Stamkos. We still have not a St. Louis. We still have a LeCavalier, a Thornton. All right? So there you go, boys. There's the trade deadline. What do you think? Some good trades, some bad trades. We picked up some prospects, defensive prospects, offensive prospects, goalie prospects, 3 first-round picks, and we only gave up players that we knew were not going to be part of our team next year. All right, we did not sacrifice the future for the present, and we can still make the playoffs. So let me know, boys, how did GM Superbman do in this year's trade deadline?